Every summer, the Col du Galibier in the French Alps is lined with RVs and folding chairs along the roadside for the legendary Tour de France stage. But right now, in mid-May, the scene is quite different. Still cloaked in white, the mountain echoes with the roar of snow blowers. The machines are gradually cutting through the thick layers that accumulated over the winter to uncover the buried asphalt.
Il peut y avoir de 1 mètre jusqu'à 10, 12, 13, 14 mètres.
Over the years, however, road maintenance workers have noticed that the volume of snow to be cleared tends to decrease.
Chaque année, auparavant, on faisait le minage de la corniche, qui est vraiment sur la partie sommitale du col. Maintenant, ça devient très aléatoire. Cette année, on ne va pas la faire parce que justement, cette corniche est très peu formée, donc le risque il est pratiquement nul.
Snow removal operations in the mountains require technical skill, precision, and excellent knowledge of the terrain. They also come with their share of surprises and encounters with local wildlife.
Quand on voit sortir les marmottes, les premières marmottes qui sortent, elles sont sur la neige, elles courent sur la neige. C'est joli, on voit des chamois. Quand il fait très mauvais, on déneige mais on ne voit pas où est-ce qu'on avance. On arrive des fois à se perdre un petit peu, à se retrouver à côté de la route parce qu'on ne voit pas à 5 mètres.
The slow reopening of the mountain passes aroused the gradual return of the peak summer season, with traffic picking up on the roads, more tourists, and a renewed bustle of activity. Only the vastness of the Alps and the beauty of the landscapes remain unchanged.
Generations of armchair detectives are celebrating International Sherlock Holmes Day on Friday, marking Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's birthday in tribute to the author and the world's most famous detective. But celebrations already began earlier this month on the 3rd of May, when enthusiasts traveled to Switzerland's Reichenbach Falls to reenact the fateful confrontation between Sherlock Holmes and his nemesis, Professor James Moriarty, which shocked readers of The Final Problem in 1893, when Conan Doyle intended to kill off the beloved detective.
So full of atmosphere, and it's a pilgrimage. It's a very dramatic setting. The sound, the backdrop, the music behind us of the cascading water is just wonderful.
At the time, readers mourned and protested Holmes's death, prompting Conan Doyle to reverse his decision and bring him back in The Adventure of the Empty House, revealing that the detective had staged his death and survived the falls. The Sherlock Holmes stories helped establish many of the conventions of modern detective fiction. Between 1887 and 1927, Conan Doyle wrote 4 Holmes novels and 56 short stories, introducing techniques such as forensic deduction, close observation, and logical analysis that later became standard elements of crime fiction.
A small green piece of paper. Whoever received it was told to report to a gymnasium to clarify their residency status. But what followed changed the lives of thousands of people forever. On the 14th of May, 1941 in Paris, on orders from the SS and the Gestapo, the French police arrested around 3,800 Jewish men and later deported them to camps. Today, an exhibition at the French Embassy in Berlin commemorates this first major roundup of Jews in occupied France and for the first time showed the faces of the victims.
Toutes ont un sens et surtout, elles sont notre mémoire. Notre mémoire et peut-être notre futur. Ça, c'est une preuve irrévocable de ce qui s'est passé. J'avais 6 ans, j'ai vu mon père pour l'avant-dernière fois et je suis très heureuse d'être encore d'un certain âge et de pouvoir parler de ce qui s'est passé.
98 photographs. For decades, they were considered lost, but in 2020, they were rediscovered. The man behind the camera, Harry Kroner, a Berlin photographer who through his father is himself of Jewish descent. Ironically, he was assigned by a member of the SS and the head of the Gestapo's Jewish Affairs Unit to document the raid. But Kroner did not photograph the men as an anonymous mass, but as human beings with faces and dignity.
Was wir als Claims-Konferenz möchten, ist zu sagen, dass die Erinnerung ein ganz wesentlicher Bestandteil ist für das heutige soziale, gesellschaftliche Leben. Und was wir hier heute sehen, sind Beginne, die es auch damals gegeben hat. Und deswegen möchten wir sagen, dass die Erinnerung nicht etwas ist, was nur in der Vergangenheit ist, sondern uns auch heute konkret betrifft.
The project aims to connect and strengthen European remembrance efforts. Liliane Reisfeld regularly speaks with students about her story. This gives the 91-year-old hope for a peaceful future for coming generations.
80 ans après, je me suis souvenu de la robe que je portais, petite fille, quand j'ai accompagné mon père et ma mère à la police. Et c'est étrange parce que pendant des années, je n'ai jamais pensé à ce vêtement. Et j'ai eu un flash un jour, j'avais une robe bleue avec des smocks et des fantaisies sur une robe. Et ce souvenir m'est revenu 80 ans ou 85 ans après.
The exhibition, titled Faces of Memory, is on display at the French Embassy in Berlin until the 9th of July.
Starts painting in the midst of a very difficult time in his life when he's facing political failure. He has to resign as the First Lord of the Admiralty, and he suddenly finds himself with all this unwanted leisure time, and that's when he first picks up a paintbrush. But then he starts to paint places he loved and places that made him happy. He was a wartime leader. He was known for these very stirring wartime speeches. But in these paintings, you really see his joie de vivre, his witty side, his playful side, in the ripples, in the pools, the reflections, these wonderful transient atmospheric effects.
Never touch the buttons. I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Gangsters, war criminals.
Long live the Empire.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
Grogu became a sensation. Fortunately, he's still has captured the hearts of everybody. He's been around for many years now. I think people have discovered him either through the television show or through social media. He's popped up in pop culture. I see little kids playing with dolls and toys. I think it's wonderful. He represents such a positive energy, optimism, innocence, but also a deep spiritual power and hope for the future. So I think he's a really nice metaphor for what Star Wars can be at its best.
Well, Grogu, he's had the spotlight from the beginning, so he's just like, the reason she did the movie was because of Grogu.
And Pedro.
The kid will live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
Are you scared? You should be.
Do we run? Or do we fight?
I like this kid.
What are you waiting for?
touched so many people, so many young people, older generations. You know, he just gonna be, I don't know, he's like an icon, I would say. So he'll be missed tremendously.
The state of political interference in our media is very dark right now, and it's important to have people who will speak the truth, and we're losing a big voice with Colbert for sure.
They're under attack, and this is one of the first steps in fascism, is you get rid of political humorists that will make fun of you, because you can't have someone making fun of their leader. And so, you know, that they're going to try everything they can to get rid of all the late night talk show hosts that are making fun of what needs to be made fun of.